Hello my beautiful Aries, welcome back to my channel. This is your horoscope for June 2026 and I have to say this is a very important month for you. June brings a very strong focus on your home, your family, your living situation, your emotional foundation and also your communication, as well as travel, documents, learning and career direction. So if you are Aries Sun, Aries Moon or Aries Rising, this forecast is for you. So let's begin. Main energy of June. Powerful changes in your environment. First of all, throughout June, we still have the powerful triangle between the slower planets like Pluto, Neptune and Uranus. These are not fast-moving planets. They don't bring changes overnight. They work slowly, deeply, sometimes quietly in the background. But when you look back after several months, you suddenly realize, wow, my life is not the same anymore. For you, Aries, this is especially connected with people. Uranus is activating your third house, the house of communication, conversations, siblings, neighbors, short trips, learning, also documents, social media, and your daily environment. Pluto is in your 11th house, the house of friends, groups, some communities, social circles, networks, and long-term dreams. And Neptune is in your first house. This is your identity, your body, your appearance, your energy, and your personality, your inner state. So what does this mean? It means your surroundings are changing. The people around you also changing. Your circle of friends may be changing. The way you communicate is changing. Your interests, your conversations, your daily contacts, the people you follow, the people who follow you, all of this is slowly shifting. And because your environment changes, you change too. You may notice that certain people are naturally drifting away from your life, not necessarily with conflict and not necessarily with drama, but simply because your energy is no longer the same. And at the same time, new people may enter, like new friends, new contacts, new teachers, new clients, and new colleagues. Also, it can be new online communities, and these people may inspire a completely different version of you. So Aries, pay attention in June who you are spending time with, who supports your growth, who drains your energy and who helps you see a bigger future. Because this month your soul may quietly start choosing a new environment. Now the month begins under the influence of the full moon that happens on May 31st. This full moon will be very active during the first week of June and for some areas even during the first 2 weeks. This full moon lights up your 9th house. This house is connected with travel, foreign countries, immigration, visas, passports, higher education, maybe universities, teachers, publishing, legal matters, your spiritual beliefs and your big vision of life. So for many areas, the beginning of June may bring a clarity around travel plans. Maybe you are planning a trip now, maybe you are receiving news about a visa, maybe your passport, some immigration process, foreign documents, or something connected with another country. For some of you, this may be about education. You may decide to study something new, maybe to take a course, join a program, work with a mentor, or even become a teacher yourself. The 9th house is also connected with publishing. So if you write, create content, teach online, run a blog or YouTube channel, have some podcast or website, this full moon may bring a result, like a publication, an important idea, or a moment where your message reaches more people. But on a deeper level, the 9th house is about your beliefs. Sometimes our life is limited not by real circumstances, but by our old beliefs. Maybe you thought, I can't move, I can't travel, I can't study this, I can't start again, or I can't reach bigger audience. But this full moon may open your mind. It may show you a new road. And for some areas, there can be even a connection with the person from another country, another culture, and another background. This could be romantic, professional, educational, or spiritual. So the first days of June feel expansive. Something wants to grow, something wants to move beyond your usual world. On June 2nd, Mercury enters your 4th house. This is very important because the 4th house becomes one of the strongest areas of your chart in June. The 4th house rules your home, your family, your parents, your roots, your emotional security, your living situation, real estate, property, maybe land, and the place where you feel safe. Mercury brings news, conversations, documents. It can be some negotiations, messages, calls, meetings, and decisions. So from June 2nd, many areas may start talking more about home and family matters. You may receive news about a property. You may discuss even moving. You may negotiate a rent, and you may sign papers connected with a house, apartment, mortgage, lease, some renovation, or family arrangement. Maybe some comes to visit you, maybe a guest stays in your home, maybe you travel to visit your family, or you will start organizing some repairs, furniture, renovation, or paperwork. This is also a good period to have important family conversations, especially if something needs to be clarified. But remember, Mercury will go retrograde at the end of the month, so if you need to send something important connected with property, rent, home, or family finances, it's much better to do it in the first half of June. The earlier, the better. Now Aries, one of the most beautiful periods of the month in June, 8th to June 10th. You may feel it even a little earlier, around June 7th. Venus connects with Jupiter in your 4th house. This is gorgeous. Venus is the planet of love, beauty, harmony, money, pleasure, gifts, and comfort. And Jupiter is the planet of expansion, blessings, abundance, growth, protection, and opportunities. And when Venus and Jupiter meet, we often receive something pleasant. It can be love, money, support, good news, a gift, a celebration, a lucky chance, or a feeling that life is finally helping us. And for you, Aries, this happening in the house of home and family. So this can bring beautiful events connected with your home, parents, family, property, some living situation, or emotional security. For some areas, this may be like a family celebration, a wedding, engagement, pregnancy, birth of a child, maybe birthday, reunion, or joyful family news. For others, this can be a lucky opportunity connected with real estate. You may find a beautiful home, receive a good offer, get approval for something, maybe find the right apartment for you, sell or buy property, receive help from family, or finally feel that your living situation is improving. This can also bring a gift for the home, like furniture, decorating, buying something beautiful, something that makes your space feel more comfortable. And for some of you, this can be also connected with citizenship, residency, maybe relocation or belonging to a new country, because the 4th house also represents roots and homeland. And emotionally, this is a very healing transit. Maybe you feel supported, maybe someone in your family helps you, maybe you finally feel I'm not alone. So Aries, around June 8th to 10th, say yes to blessings. Be open to invitations, conversations, family moments, and home opportunities. This is one of the best windows of the month. On June 14th, Venus enters your 5th house. And this is another beautiful shift. The fifth house is the house of love, romance, dating, children, your creativity, hobbies, joy, pleasure, vacations, entertainment, and everything that makes your heart feel alive. Venus here feels very comfortable because Venus loves beauty, love, pleasure, and harmony. So from June 14th until around July 10th, Aries, life may become lighter, sweeter, more romantic, and more enjoyable. If you are single, this can be a wonderful period for dating, flirting, meeting someone, maybe receiving attention, or simply feeling more attractive and magnetic. If you are in a relationship, this is a beautiful time to bring romance back. Go on dates, do something playful, and don't only talk about responsibilities. Remember why you enjoy each other. Venus in the fifth house may also bring good news connected with your children. For example, a child may have an achievement, some celebration, performance, success, or joyful event. But this is also excellent for creativity. If you are an artist, a content creator, designer, performer, writer, astrologer, coach, or musician, anything creative. Venus here helps you create from the heart. And even if you don't think of yourself as a creative person, this is a reminder to enjoy life. Aries, you are not only here to fight, achieve, survive, and push forward. You are also here to experience joy. So in the second half of June, ask yourself, what makes me happy? What gives me energy? And what do I love doing so much that I forget about time? That is where Venus wants to bring healing. On June 15th, we have a new moon in your third house. New moon brings new beginnings. And the third house is all about communication, contracts, messages, learning, short trips, siblings, neighbors, also documents, vehicles, social media, and your daily movement. So around June 15th, something new may begin in one of these areas. You may start a course, you may learn a new skill, you may begin writing, speaking, teaching, recording videos, working on social media, or developing a new business idea. You may meet new people, make new contracts, join a new local community maybe, or reconnect with siblings or relatives. For some areas, this new moon can bring news about a car, transport, driving, maybe some tickets or travel plans, or short distance trips. It can also be a new document, new contract, new application, website, some maybe email campaign, new conversation, or important message. The third house is also connected with courage. The courage to start something. Not necessarily something huge, but something that opens the door. A new skill, a new conversation, a new idea, a new connection. And because Uranus is also influencing this part of your chart, things can become unexpectedly. They can happen unexpectedly. You may suddenly receive a message, suddenly decide to go somewhere, suddenly meet someone, or just change your plans. So stay flexible. On June 22nd, the Sun enters your fourth house. And again, we return to the same major theme of the month. It's home, family, your roots, and your emotional security, and also property and your private life. By this time, Mercury has already been there. Venus and Jupiter brought blessings there earlier in the month, and now the Sun brings focus and clarity. So the end of June may highlight something very important connected with your home or your family. Maybe you are making a decision about where to live. Maybe you are spending more time with your relatives. Maybe you're thinking about your parents, or maybe you are creating a more stable foundation for yourself. because the fourth house is the bottom of the chart. This is your foundation, and Aries, you are a sign that loves movement, action, independence, but even the strongest Aries needs a safe base. And this month asks you, what is your foundation? Where do you feel safe? Who is your real family, by blood or by soul? What kind of home you want to create? This is not only about walls and furniture, this is also about emotional belonging. On June 29th, Mars enters your third house and will stay here until August 12th. Mars is your ruling planet, Aries, so when Mars changes signs, you feel it strongly. Mars is energy, action, motivation, courage, and sometimes conflict. In your third house, Mars activates communication, learning, travel, documents, transport, siblings, your neighbors, some messages, calls or emails, and some negotiations. So from the end of June throughout July and into mid-August, life may become very busy. You may have many calls, many conversations, many trips, messages, and many documents to handle. Some of you may travel a lot locally, some may work on a car, some may buy or repair a vehicle, and some may start a course or some new training program. Some may launch a project connected with speaking, writing, teaching, sales, marketing, social media, or online business. Mars in the third house gives courage to speak, but it can also make words sharper. So personal advice for you, Aries: choose your words carefully. You may feel impatient, you may want to answer quickly, you may want to prove your point, but with Mercury retrograde beginning the same day, misunderstandings can happen easily. So before sending an emotional message, pause. Before signing something, read twice. Before arguing with a sibling, neighbor, your colleague or client, breathe. Mars gives power to your voice and use it wisely. Also, on June 29th, we have a full moon in your 10th house. This is a big career moment. The 10th house rules career, goals, achievements, your public image, reputation, status, authority figures, your bosses, and your role in society. Full moons bring results, endings, clarity, visibility, and emotional culmination. So around June 29th, something may become clear in your career. You may receive an answer from your boss, company, client, some institution or authority figure. You may complete a project, you may get recognition, you may see the results of your previous work. For some areas, this can bring a promotion, a new title, a professional decision, or a shift in direction. For others, it may show that something in your career needs to change. The full moon can bring visibility, and people may notice you more as well. Your work may be seen, your name may be mentioned, your reputation may be highlighted. This can also connect with your father or one of your parents, because the 10th house can represent parental authority figures. So if something important happens around a parent or family responsibility at the end of the month, this full moon may be part of it. But because Mercury turns retrograde on the same day, please avoid rushing into irresistible decisions, if possible. Observe what becomes clear, but give yourself time before making final move. Now let's talk about Mercury retrograde. Mercury goes retrograde on June 29th and will stay here until July 23rd. But the shadow period, the slowing down, begins early, around June 13th. This is why I would say, if you need to start something important, sign documents, buy something expensive, make a big purchase, schedule a planned procedure, buy property, buy a car, maybe sign a lease or launch something major, the best time is the first half of June, ideally from June 1st to June 12th or 16th at the latest. After that, Mercury begins to slow down and things may become less clear. Delays, changes, missing information, mistakes in documents, misunderstandings, some rescheduling, all of these becomes more likely. But Mercury retrograde is not bad. It's simply not the best time for brand new beginnings. It is better for reviewing, returning, correcting something, editing, and finishing something from the past. So if an old family matter comes back, an old document needs correction, or an old conversation returns, maybe some old contract writes to you, that can be Mercury retrograde. But if you're starting something completely new, be careful, check everything, especially because for you, Aries, Mercury retrograde will be connected with home, family, property, and emotional matters. So don't rush, don't sign blindly, don't buy expensive things impulsively, and if you must sign something, double check every detail. So Aries, June 2026 is a very powerful month. So your main advice is use the first half of June wisely, start important things early, sign documents early if possible, and have important conversations also early. Make big purchases. Then the second half of the month, slow down, observe, review, and don't rush. And most importantly, Aries, notice who is around you. Your environment is changing, your circle is changing, and through that you are changing too. Some people may leave your life, but new people may come in who match your future much better. Trust this process. You are building a new foundation inside and outside. My beautiful Aries, I hope June brings you support, love, good news, and a feeling that you're exactly where you need to be. If this forecast resonated with you, please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel and write in the comments. Are you Aries sun, moon, or maybe rising? And also tell me what is changing for you in June. Is it home, family, love, travel, or maybe your career? I love you. I'm sending you so much light and I wish you a beautiful, blessed June 2026. See you in the next videos. Bye bye. Mwah.